And we're live. Hello and welcome to a very special bonus content episode of the PulseChainConference.com. We had a super successful 4-night event, May 10th through 13th. We had 101 speakers talk at the conference, and we also had a number of sponsors that helped make the event possible. Now, somehow I get to be the one to announce this major announcement, this new product from Liquid Loans. And yeah, so without any further ado, yeah, I can't wait to show you guys. So this is a brand new product from Liquid Loans called GoPulseChain.com. Okay. And this is something that's aimed to basically be a gift to the community. Liquid Loans has said that they are willing to make over 220 web pages for all the products, for all the speakers, for everybody in the PulseChain ecosystem. They want to, compete to be one of the main hubs here for PulseChain. And we see, that Solana and other chains that we're competing with, they have a go-to hub. They have a place where all the marketing is done for you. It's all come together. Now, one of the benefits of PulseChain is it's decentralized. And we've proven that we have the best of both worlds when it comes to a community that keeps showing up for each other, teamwork that makes the dream work. And now, what else is Liquid Loans known for other than being incredible at marketing and having an incredible DeFi product themselves? And so, yeah, I'm really pumped about this. I knew that this would be a success from the start. And so, yeah, I'm going to do a short episode here to give you the first look at this website that will be launching in the next 2 to 6 weeks, and get everybody excited about what I'm excited about, which is this this new product, GoPulseChain.com from Liquid Loans. So this is it's meant to be an entire community asset, and this is made for the PulseChain community, basically as a gift to everybody who's been participating. It's not Liquid Loans specific, and it's meant to drive growth and adoption of PulseChain. It's like an online business card for PulseChain, seeing as how PulseChain.com hasn't been updated in a long time. That's okay. There's plenty of groups and communities that are willing to, take up the torch and carry this forward. Another point that was made by the team is that they checked in with the Go Pulse developer, I'm told, and this is meant to complement Go Pulse and Pulse Coin List. This is not the first website to showcase the entire community. However, this is in the competition, and that's what we love in a free market, right? So it's not meant to steal the name. It's basically just giving a tribute and a sense of pride to the entire community. And GoPulseChain.com, it makes sense. So this will launch in the next 2 to 4 weeks, but I have exclusive access here to show you a behind the scenes peek of what we're looking at here. So you can see, so I've got a model website here that I'm able to interact with, and shout out to everybody who has helped make all this possible. This is, this is the Liquid Loans team allowing me to be the guy to bring you the good news. And then also, everybody in the community who has already shown their willingness to work together. It really impresses me. And so these, there are like 3 taglines here that, basically this is a big idea of marketing. It's how do all the 101 speakers and thousands of people who are using PulseChain, how do we market it to the people who aren't here yet? And the idea is to say that this is the investors chain, the developers chain, and the people's chain, right? So I slowed that down there to keep up with the on-screen graphic here. So this is just another resource for people to be able to find everything that they need, including those sound bites and the marketing to be able to onboard family, friends, and the world, basically. So this website is not live yet, but you can already see how smooth and sleek it is. You can see the live statistics here that will be updated once the site goes live. Beautiful numbers here, number of validators, the pulse price, the volume, the market cap, things that brand new people would want to see. And then I love how there are 15 reasons here investors and developers love PulseChain. Again, the marketing, it's meant to bring in investors and developers, and together it's the people's chain, PulseChain. So, this reminds me of a much sleeker version of Hex.Win when it was really giving people a use case and unique benefit statements. And the team at Liquid Loans, the team at GoPulseChain.com, they have indicated to me that this is really meant for the community. And so if you come up with a 16th reason why a PulseChain is, going to matter to investors and developers and to the people, well, that can be incorporated here, is what I'm told. But here they've already given 15 reasons why you want to be on PulseChain. Cheaper fees, faster transactions, higher rewards. This idea that Pulse is a medium risk, whereas it has a possibly high return versus Bitcoin and Ethereum that have a lower risk and a lower return. Not financial advice, but definitely in the top 3 value statements. Being super early. Imagine getting into Bitcoin in 2011 or ETH in 2016. Developer friendly. I mean, you guys saw it on the conference. It's no secret that we love the developers and the developers love us for the most part here on YouTube. Zero downtime. Hey, if we're comparing ourselves to Solana, that makes a difference. Better scaling. Absolutely, a PulseChain is primed for mass adoption. We have a bullish ecosystem, right? We have decentralized security. Nearly 50,000 validators are doing their part. Shout out to David Feeder and the David Feeder Army and everybody else out there. Passionate community. Yo, thanks for noticing. And, it's everybody. It's everybody that helps to make this community not only passionate, but also diverse. There's a diversity of ideas and opinions. That's part of what makes it the people's chain. This marketing, it makes sense. It's clear that people who really know what they're doing have come along and started to give us this preview of a tool that I believe will be very useful. No middlemen. Hey, that's one of my favorite things because that's a big difference between real crypto and crypto that people say is crypto, but it's not. On PayPal, if you don't have your own keys, it's not crypto. You can say you have Bitcoin, But if you don't have the keys, it's not crypto. Not your keys, not crypto. I've removed the word your. So it used to be not your keys, not your crypto, but I'm broadening this to the idea of not your keys, not crypto. There you go. Personal freedom. It goes right along with being self-custodial, immutable, and transparent. Passive cash flow. Obviously, being a proof of stake chain and having so many opportunities to earn passive income, that's a big deal. And I love this. This is one of my favorite points. Rebellious founder. What a great frame to put around the hero's journey, the comeback story of Richard Hart, who once was braggadocious, now he's humble, and to watch his journey. I think that these guys have done a really awesome job of branding Richard, which is something he's always been open about, that, that that's something that's welcome, is more marketing, right? Richard's a fan of marketing. He likes hex postcards. He likes people in the community stepping up. This, I hope, is another example of something that he will eventually refer to often. However, with or without his, involvement, this is a community initiative. This is something special. 15, your future is here. I love it. So you could see this website. It's going to appeal to the masses. It's going to appeal to the people. So we've seen the preview here of this first landing page that really gives the nuts and bolts of what's going on here. And then you can see that the website is loaded with information, and there's even more on the way. Explorers, bridging, on-ramps, off-ramps, tools, merch shop. A tab for developers, developer list, documentation. That's a big deal. Ecosystem map, environments. A tab for validators, a validator list, how to become a validator, getting expert help. And then the things that people want to learn about PulseChain, about Richard, there's going to be a light paper written, right? When Ivan on Tech and BitBoy's girlfriend and everybody are asking, what are the tokenomics? Where's the light paper? Where's the white paper? We don't necessarily have anywhere to point them at the moment. That's why I think this is so in tune with what's needed. And again, I want to make it really clear. I'm a huge fan of everything that already exists. I'm a huge fan of GoPulse. I'm a huge fan of Pulse CoinList. I think the more competition, the better. Even Pulse Hotlist, they're on my naughty list because of a number of reasons. But there have been lots of attempts of people wanting to build an everything hub. Even 9inch.io is competing. And hey, shout out to Liquid Loans here in the chat. Respect. Yeah, so you can tell by my excitement. You can tell by the graphics here that this is something that's going to appeal to a lot of people in the community. Now, let me take you even deeper into this into this gift. So I'm going to switch over. We were just on a live website, and then I'm going to switch over to some graphics here that are going to show like how the site is envisioned. So we already saw like the landing page, right? And that's beautiful. It's got the 15 reasons why investors and developers can be involved in PulseChain and why it's the people's chain. Then we've got the PulseChain ecosystem. So this is one of the things that I'm most excited about. Every project is going to be able to make a page on this website, and you're going to benefit from the awesome graphics, from the awesome support that's being provided. So here's a mock-up of what it would look like for an information page for all these different projects that we know of, along with 220 others. That's what's been kind of pledged to be gifted here. I'm sure that they're going to include everything, but that's the scale at which this rollout is needed. And so you can see, I think I think every project here spoke at the conference, right? And there are many more that did. There are many more that are involved. So I can say for sure we had these guys at the conference, and so this is a place. There's going to be a page for people to submit the details of their project, their contract address, their logos, an about section, all the stuff that you need. Not every project is specializing in marketing. Not every project is building their own website or necessarily has those skills at the ready. So this, again, is where teamwork can make the dream work. So here's an example of a project website. Of course, Pateas, well-loved aggregator and one of the contributors to the conference for sure. You can see there's important information here about what you would want to know about Pateas. When people come to PulseChain, they're going to want to learn what we have, and all the the search engines and the AI. They're going to be here too. So this is a big deal for all the projects out there. I know for me, I have a handful of projects on PulseChain. I have Go T-Share app, which is a front end for Hex. I have Time Pays Me. I have Future Us Win. I have Hex Conference and PulseChain Conference. So those are 5 project pages that I wish had more information out there about them, and I wish had these beautiful graphics. So there you go. The crowd is going wild, of course. We need this for onboarding. Onboarding made easy. Let's go. Paul, who's the developer here? Let's get it. That's right. Developers chain. Crypto Compassion's making a project. Developers chain, YouTubers chain, people's chain. Yeah, and of course, I didn't make this. I'm just the one who gets to break the good news, right? The first look is, it was meant to be shown off at the conference, but it really needed to be given its own spotlight. So the website, this is not live yet. This is a first look at what will be launched here in 2 to 6 weeks. And the brand name that you're going to be looking for is gopulsechain.com. Awesome. So let's look even deeper into the... See, I love this. This is branding Richard Hart. We saw richardhart.com went offline recently. We're not sure why. Maybe it was because nobody was going there or whatever, I guess is the reason that Richard cited. But here, this is broken into a chronological order of, who is this guy? What is he all about? Where did he start and where is he at now? And so this has already been populated with like the relevant information about the early years. The age of 20, Richard amassed $60 million USD turnover a year. By the age of 25, he was ready to retire. Not long after, Richard began releasing free self-help content designed to help people quit problematic habits like gambling and excessive drinking. He's credited with helping many people improve their lives, many of which still sing his praises today. 2009, so we're jumping 6 years now. When Bitcoin was first released, Richard had been retired for 6 years. At first, he was skeptical of the new asset and saw little value in Bitcoin as a payments platform. But as he more appropriately identified Bitcoin as a store of value similar to a digital form of gold, Richard began mining BTC from his home computer. In fact, he helped to make one of Bitcoin's earliest tops at just $30 USD per coin. Fast forward to 2010 through 2017. Richard's approach to anything he doesn't understand is to get involved and learn as much as humanly possible. When it came to Bitcoin, he spent years mastering the crypto landscape as an active participant, becoming one of crypto's key thought leaders in the process. I'm getting into this, you could see, because it's like, this is what we need. We need the truth. He began to identify issues that inhibit Bitcoin's potential for mass adoption. These issues include expensive fees, slow transaction times, Bitcoin's environmental impact, and 2 inflation bugs. 2018, Richard set out to save crypto by introducing a new coin called Hex. True to Richard's sentiment around delaying short-term gratification, Hex works by letting users stake their crypto over a long period of time in order to earn larger rewards. With Hex enriching the pockets of many crypto holders and his free self-help content enriching people's relationships with themselves and others, Richard amassed a massive pool of supporters who credit him with changing their lives, myself included. 2021. Oh, it looks like this is cut off just a little bit, but I'll read the part that we can see. While many ordinary people made their fortune on Hex, it remains one of the world's top cryptocurrencies, as Richard wanted to build his own dedicated platform that wouldn't be impacted by issues with other chains. At the same time, he wanted this chain to be easy for existing developers to build on. That's why he set out to fork Ethereum and create PulseChain as we know it today. While working to save crypto, he also set out to save the lives the following year, to save lives by raising 27 million USD, 27.5, for the Sense Foundation, which was meant to be for Aubrey de Grey. We had him on the conference. We dig the idea that Aubrey invented the Sens method, and now he's created his own foundation, lev.org, which is making a difference here. Big time. I mean, they're doing way more research than Sense.org is now. So that's another point of pride among the PulseChain community. So the new product is an all-in-one website from which to market everybody who's a YouTuber, everybody who's building something on PulseChain. This is in addition to the things that Liquid Loans have already delivered, which you know of is a over-collateralized stablecoin. Also, an Oracle. Also, a fork of Gnosis safe that is forward compatible but not backward compatible. So, these guys are crushing it at every level of development and marketing. And, that's where I come in to get everybody as excited as I am about this this opportunity for the community to work together, because we've all been in this for years and years now. It's really clear who the good actors are, and who the crybabies are, and who I think what we all need is one place to point to, and that can be a competition between GoPulseChain.com, between GoPulse.com, between a Pulse coin list, and anybody else. And we need marketing points. We need to be able to explain to people why PulseChain rocks so much that they should leave whatever chain or area they're comfortable with, and come to the people's chain. So inspired, yes, the comments are true. So 2023, the timeline of Richard Hart. PulseChain launched to massive public acclaim, and for good reason. According to Richard, getting crypto right is more important for your financial freedom than anything else you could do in your entire life. He believes PulseChain is the tool that gives people the ability to do just that. As the people's chain, PulseChain can't be controlled or censored by anyone, not even Richard Hart himself. That's because, despite being its founder, the community is fully free to use PulseChain however they see fit. PulseChain is immutable, transparent, and not controlled by anybody, right? That goes back to the marketing point of no middlemen. It's true. Solana turns on and off. Base chain only has one validator. This is different. This is a big deal because we've not only forked Ethereum, but we got something better going on here with our community. I don't see 101 speakers self-organizing for for Ethereum even. Although I would like to go to consensus at some point. I think Ethereum has a lot more middlemen, but I think we are the up and coming community. So then there's there are buttons here. So from the Richard Hart bio page, you can see these different revolutionary crypto explanations, right? The short pitch for why you would want PulseX, PulseChain, and Hex. And then, like, instead of every video, Richard's got, I believe, about 250 hours of content on YouTube. These are the top 3 videos that were really representing who he's been from 2019 through now, and obviously before then. But yeah, this is a beautiful site. This is also these are the 9 principles that Richard Hart has taught the community. I love this. I'm gonna read them off. Like, I told you guys this was a first look, but here I am doing a deep dive because we need this, right? So while the PulseChain ecosystem has taken a life of its own, many of Richard Hart's core principles are present in its architecture and shared by the community. Principle 1, giving everyone an equal right to control their own finances. Respect. 2, building wealth to prepare yourself for the future. 3, the importance of asset self-custody. 4, fighting against censorship. 5, the value of self-improvement. 6, promoting transparency in financial systems. Amen. 7, taking action to support crypto innovation. Developers Chain. 8, protecting freedom of speech. And 9, creating a fair and democratized world. Preach. So then there's these beautiful buttons to click to follow Richard on Twitter and YouTube. Benjamin in the chat is saying, looks absolutely amazing. Beautiful site. Well done. I had the same conclusion. All right, here we go. So let's see, we got a couple more previews here. So there's an updated media kit here. This is something that you can already find on PulseChain.com, but why not make it more expanded? You know, the expansion pack for the media kit. Beautiful. And oh yeah, this is good. So we got an education page about on and off ramps. This is something people need to understand deeply in order to have the amount of faith that they need in the chain really deserves, right? So I think it's really important for people also to realize that crypto is free, but when you try, like, crypto embodies freedom, the freedom to transact, the freedom to send. It does not involve begging a middleman for permission to send $1,000, $10,000 transaction or a micro tip. But I think it's really important because when people who are not in crypto, when they first experience crypto, it's usually their bank telling them you're not allowed to buy that. And somehow they perceive that as like crypto's fault, as opposed to like the complete opposite, that like all of your money in the bank is not as much yours as you might like, right? So it's like kind of a big deal to give people the right frame around why on and off ramps are their own special thing, but also why there's friction in that environment. There's friction because it's where trust less meets permissioned. And it's, it's an area where you could have the wrong impression that like, oh, I'm not allowed to buy this crypto. So like crypto is inconvenient to me or crypto doesn't work for me, versus once you actually have crypto, you're free to transact. Whereas in the traditional banking system, you're not free to transact. And this goes to like the core concepts of like why I'm so passionate about liquid loans, is because they are creating an over collateralized stablecoin where you don't have to get permission from a bank to basically bond your stablecoin to Pulse. So you guys have heard me talk about that. I'll put more clips up, that of how I've explained that before, that made a lot of sense to people. But basically, this is a really big deal. All of this, the whole stack, from education, marketing, bringing together the YouTube community, bringing together the developers, and having actual tech that works, like over collateralized stablecoin, like all these assets. Yeah, so I think this education is particularly important. And it's another example of where these marketing geniuses have figured out what are the most important points that people need to be educated on. And I can already see how beautifully they're displaying that information. So here's another page that beautifully describes like how people can get started with PulseChain. And I love that. I think there was a page earlier that showed like in just 3 simple steps what you're doing. And then here you see the details of those simple steps. But I love that the 3 simple steps are: choose your wallet, buy Pulse, and choose your adventure. Like, beautiful, beautiful marketing. It needs to be that simple for people to even get started. Frequently asked questions. So yeah, you guys can tell I'm excited about this. I've just brought you the first look at a brand new product that's launching from Liquid Loans. It's not a blockchain product per se, but it's something that's going to bring together all of the skills and talents and social capital that we have here on chain. It's going to create a competition to be the place you can point to where you can go to for your marketing, for your education, for your onboarding. And yeah, so there you go, folks. Thank you to Liquid Loans for letting me be the one to break the good news to you guys. Thank you for them supporting the PulseChain conference, being a donor. I see the price of things seems to be pumping slightly here. I think that makes sense. I think that the future is bright for crypto. You know, not financial advice and all that kind of stuff, but this is, yeah, this is what we need. Sasquatch, finally, the proper steps to onboard. Wallet, PLS, go. Yeah, it's a beautiful balance that you need, that I think is the most powerful in the future, to have decentralization, and that's this huge base layer that we have, plus the creative, innovative community, the hub that brings everything together. So Liquid Loans, thank you, Maddie. My pleasure. Thank you. So yeah, with that being said, everybody, this has been a bonus announcement. This has been a first look at the new product from liquidloans.io. The product is called GoPulseChain.com. It's dropping in 2 to 6 weeks, and can't wait. So with that being said, I will be back tomorrow night for episode 181, 181 weeks in a row. Been doing Hex Therapy Live. Can't wait. And yeah, so really appreciate you all. Thanks for liking, sharing this content. Thanks for getting excited with me, leaving a comment, and being super positive here. You guys rock. Yeah. Awesome. So let's see. Until next time, stake wisely, my friends, and peace out.
Insane staking on ETH and Post. We on 2 chains. Other coins didn't fit. What was I supposed to do? Not stake and stay broke with you? Shit. Bar Hex for 4 years. Trying to DCA. Got PulseChain, PulseX. Trying to DCA. Now the world gon' see. Rich already changed the game, which is why the hell you see me DCA in the PulseChain. Bar Hex for 4 years. Trying to DCA. Got PulseChain, PulseX. Trying to DCA. Now the world gon' see. Things will never be the same ever since we launched our own thing on our own chain. Bar Hex for 4 years. Trying to DCA. Got PulseChain, PulseX. Trying to DCA. Now the world gon' see. Rich already changed the game, which is why the hell you see me DCA it in the PulseChain. Bar Hex for 4 years. Trying to DCA. Got PulseChain, PulseX. Trying to DCA. Now the world gon' see. Things will never be the same ever since we launched our own thing on our own chain. You other Sammy Chicas need to get your crypto coffee to wake up and out of ditches, so you go from rags to riches.